Firstly, thanks for coming along with Ministers Parker and Harcher with me this afternoon. The Commonwealth Government is announcing today the first round of the Solar Flagships program, which is a $1.5 billion program. We're announcing two successful applicants. Firstly, under the solar photovoltaic stream of the program, we are pleased to announce $306.5 million for a solar PV project at Moree in New South Wales, led by BP in partnership with the New South Wales Government. This funding will go towards the construction of a 150 megawatt PV power plant near Moree, which is frankly nearly twice the size of any PV power plant operating in the world today. So it is a major on-grid initiative by the Commonwealth Government working in partnership with the New South Wales Government and the consortium led by BP. Can I also acknowledge in doing so the role of the selection committee, which was at arm's length to government, led by Mike Burdikin, a very distinguished former public servant, Secretary, for example, of the Victorian Treasury. It was a merits-based project aimed at getting the best potential projects up in place in Australia. This I consider as a major step forward in making large-scale on-grid solar energy potentially very, very commercial over time in Australia. Can also indicate, in addition to the solar PV project at Moree in New South Wales, we are also announcing a solar thermal project called Solar Dawn, led by Ariba Solar at Chinchilla in Queensland. Together the projects will leverage a total investment of over $2 billion. And that's what it's about, working in partnership with the Queensland and New South Wales governments in association with the different consortiums to actually make sure we bundle up even bigger amounts of money to actually test from an innovation point of view how we reduce the cost of the commercial deployment of solar energy in Australia. These two plants have the capacity to actually power more than 115,000 Australian homes at any one time. So we're talking about a major contribution. For the Commonwealth, it's the first step aimed at the Solar Flagships program actually putting into the grid 1,000 megawatts of solar energy capacity. So this is the first and important round in terms of our contribution to this commercial deployment of solar energy in Australia. Clearly the aim of the projects is to commercialise the technology to actually make it cheaper in the short to medium term for Australian consumers, both households and, I might say, industrial consumers. It's also about the responsibility of government, state and federal, in association with industry, to actually do our best on innovation, research and development. And in doing so, we shouldn't forget this is about potential export opportunities for Australia. Hence the partnerships, I might also say, with some key education institutions and the Australian Solar Institute from a learning perspective. Because these projects are about investment to actually learn about how we do better in the future in the commercial deployment of solar energy. So I simply want to say, firstly, congratulations to all those who have successfully sought and achieved a Commonwealth partnership money in association with the two state governments, New South Wales and Queensland, and all those who did all the hard work, I might say, for the selection process to make sure that the projects eventually selected were the best available. And I'm confident that we'll be able to get these on grid, construction starting in 2012, on grid in 2015, which is a very tight framework from the point of view of delivery. So thanks to all those involved, and I now invite Ministers Harcher and Parker to also say a few words.